Health Watch is sponsored by Affinity Health System.
When it comes to measuring how healthy Madison's citizens are, it's all relative to gender. Ladies' Home Journal rates Madison as the nation's best small city for women. Now, Men's Health magazine says Wisconsin's capital is the 24th healthiest city. The magazine says that's mainly because Madison men exercise less frequently and less intensely than in other cities.
You may be surprised to learn that 1/3 of all kids have high cholesterol. Research suggests if you catch the problem early, kids may avoid a lifetime of serious health problems.
The Huggins kids seem like typical teens, except a trip to the doctor found high cholesterol levels.
They took them for a blood test, and they all found out they had a real high, over 200, everybody.
Normal levels should be under 170 for kids 2 to 18, but in this family there's a strong history of high cholesterol.
I think that all children who have a parent with high cholesterol or a parent or grandparent with a family history of premature heart disease or stroke should have a random cholesterol level by the age of 2.
Benita entered her grandkids in a pediatric lipid clinic. The goal, to find kids who are at high risk for developing heart disease later in life.
We know that this disease takes about 20 to 30 years in most cases to progress to symptomatic adult disease.
The biggest change for Benita's grandkids was that they had to learn to say no to junk foods.
We can't drink that much sodas anymore like we used to. Like we'll drink sodas like almost like one every day, but then now it's like one every week. So that was a big change. And then like chips.
Diet alone didn't improve Daniela's cholesterol, so she's also taking a cholesterol-lowering drug. Now, all 3 kids have their cholesterol levels back in check.
Besides a family history of high cholesterol, your kids may also be at a risk if they had a low birth weight, they're male, or if they do little physical activity. Coming up in tomorrow's Health Watch, anesthesia helps patients have surgery without pain, but deciding how much to give has been an imprecise science. Now, new monitoring equipment gives doctors information they never had before.
Earlier when I was outside, I was talking about we'll take another look at our storm track radar so that you can see exactly where some of the precipitation is located. Here's the wide view so that you can see all the way from Duluth on down to Des Moines, back to Marquette, Milwaukee, over towards Detroit. But of course, we want to focus in on Wisconsin. So, first of all, our first stop puts Green Bay on the right side of the screen, Wausau, dead center, Madison on down to the south, and most of the precipitation is around the Bay Area and going northward. So I'm going to zoom into that particular area so you have a little bit better idea of what is happening with that. And we have some scattered rain mixed with snow, and snow. So where's the rain? The rain is on the Door Peninsula in the Bay of Green Bay. The next color back, where it's this pinkish color, that's a mixture of rain and snow. Then you get up into the blue area, northern Oconto, northern Marinette County, going up into Dickinson County, northern Menominee County, Michigan. That all represents snow. How does it look on the national scale? Here is the view. We have precipitation around here, but going all the way back to the Dakotas, and then down in Texas, they have some scattered thunderstorms. Since noontime today, here was the picture so you can see exactly what was happening. Now, why is it happening? Well, that we go to our weather map. We have a low to the east and a low to the west, and in between, a long front. The low to the east has this cold front coming off of it, goes to a warm front to the one that's on out over the Rocky Mountain states. Overnight lows, well, if you want to warm up, anywhere from Texas going over to Miami, Florida in the 70s, Big Easy 67. But look at that, 19 for a low tonight in Pierre, South Dakota. High tomorrow of only 32, 43 in the Twin Cities, and 48 in Chicago. Here's the forecast then from Storm Team 5. Cloudy, drizzle, and some patchy fog. 28 to 32 with north winds at 5 to 10. For tomorrow, more clouds than sun. That's why we're indicating one after another moving through. 40 to 45 north winds at 5 to 10. I guess I'm an optimist. On our 5-day forecast, I'm pushing the temperatures. Still not back to normal. We should be up to 55, but on Thursday, 44, Friday, 50, 51 Saturday, 52 Sunday, but screeching halt, we stay at 52 on Monday, so still below normal. That's probably a warmer forecast than anywhere else. I just feel kind of warm and cuddly.
Oh, that's nice.
We'll
I like
take
it.
that. All right, Tom. Here now, look what's coming up for you brand new tonight at 6. A controversy brewing in Oshkosh. The school district has a budget deficit and a plan to ease it, but lots of parents say that plan is all wrong for their kids. But no controversy about this. A grade school teacher who's going to kiss that camel. We will tell you why tonight at 6. These stories and more on News Channel 5 at 6 o'clock.
Well, the players who work closest with Brett Favre talk about number 4's knee and his resolve. That's coming up next in sports.
And a big renovation going on at a Las Vegas landmark. And it's all for one pop diva. We'll tell you about her new show.
And he may sing Georgia on My Mind, but he'll be doing it in Green Bay. We've got details on Ray Charles coming to town. Here's your Oprah thought for the day.
There's only one Packers head coach, and there's only one coach's show, The Mike Sherman Show, and it's right here.
Tonight at 6:30 on News Channel 5.
If you have ever dreamed of taking to the stage and singing with a legend, that dream could come true this Christmas.
Organizers of the Ray Charles Holiday Show at the Resch Center are looking for 20 adult choir members. They'll back up Ray Charles' rendition of America the Beautiful during the December 5th performance. Members of the Green Bay Boy and Girl Choir will also be part of the show, and for some, this is still hard to believe.
I mean, first of all, it's at the Resch Center, and then performing with such a great person like that, I mean, it's just unbelievable. I mean, just can't control the excitement.
Registration forms for choir auditions can be obtained by calling 920-499-7352. Well, imagine somebody building a multi-million-dollar resort just for you.
Well, that can happen if you are Celine Dion. Caesar's Palace in Vegas has been a major landmark for the city for decades. Well, now there's a massive building project going on, and designed are going to be a recreation of the Colosseum in Rome. It's being built exclusively for her, for Celine Dion, who's just signed a multi-year contract with that resort to perform there. Her new show is called A New Day, and it'll feature the pop diva along with 60 dancers, musicians, characters, and artists. The cost of this renovation, personally, for her, $100 million.
In his 11 seasons as the Packers quarterback, nobody has hit the field with Brett Favre more times than Frank Winters. And the man who has snapped him the ball for the better part of the past decade knew number 4 would be just fine. And after yesterday's MRI confirmed that the leader of the pack wouldn't need surgery, Big Frank, like many of the fellas in the Packer locker room, brushed off the incident as just one of those things that the toughest quarterback in the league has dealt with throughout his career. He expects him to be back, but also the thought about possibly not playing with him made him pause for, well, only just a moment.
You know, I didn't talk to him after the game, and you know, he seems to be moving around a lot better today, and he's doing rehab and stuff, and he'll probably be there next week practicing.
Yes, he will. And the latest prep football poll is out. Janesville Parker, the #1 team in the state Division I. Oshkosh North at 6. Fond du Lac at 8 with Green Bay Preble at 9. Ashwaubenon undefeated, #1 in D2 with Bayport at #7. In Division 3, Green Bay Notre Dame coming in the 7th spot with Campbellsport at #8. In Division 4, Kewanee moves up to #1. Valders at #3. Wittenberg Burnhamwood 4. Sheboygan Falls 7. Appleton Xavier cracking the top 10. Crivets coming in at #7 in Division 5. In Division 6, Bondy Springs still atop the rankings with Florence at 9. And in Division 7, Stevens Point, Pacelli, and Hilbert, along with Almond Bancroft, rounding out the top 10. And it should be fun. Tomorrow and Thursday night, those special editions of Extra Point covers the final week of the regular season.
Hard to believe.
Okay,
all right.
Well, some of the Packer players and the coach, they were working hard today.
That's even though there's no game this weekend. They served up some food and fun for school kids in Green Bay.
News Channel 5 is sponsored by Bay Area Medical Center. We are part of you. Lisa Malik's clothing provided by Steinmart. Men's clothing courtesy of the Haberdasher Limited, 500 South Washington Street, Green Bay.
Might be bye week for the Packers, but that doesn't mean the guys are spending their days relaxing.
Oh, no, not today. Today, the coach, Mike Sherman, was joined by players like Marco Rivera and Ryan Longwell. They were serving up lunch at Holy Family School, and look, they seem to enjoy serving up the hot dogs and cake and milk, and then they join the kids in the parking lot for their real job. They all played a little football out there. And a reminder for you, Chef Sherman has a show on tonight. Tonight's special guest, Doug Peterson. You can catch the coach and Larry McCarron and Doug Peterson right here on News Channel 5 at 6:30.
I like that, the chef.
Yeah, Chef Sherman. That's our report for right now.
We'll be back at 6. Have a good evening.